channel. This is Sarah McDaniel, and I am a 10-year special ed teacher, and I've been teaching for 12 years. I am excited today to talk to you about my morning work binder and just some quick and easy ideas for you for the morning, and what you can do with your students. You can take any or all of this ideas, you can replicate it yourself if you'd like. And I also have a Teachers Pay Teachers store where you might be able to purchase this. I think I only have it on there for $2 for the whole packet. So definitely something to consider purchasing or going ahead and making something like this of your own. But I'm just going to explain real quickly how I use this and kind of what it looks like. So let's get started. This is my morning work binder. So you can see that right here I have write your first name, write your last name. For certain students that really need the little bit of extra practice, this is my daughter's name. This is what I'm going to do for her. But I'm going to put in like a gray font just on top of this template, a type of font that's going to be more normal handwriting type of font, and the kids can actually like trace it when they are still working on learning how to spell their name, or they really struggle at their skills with their motor skills. So this is definitely something that you can do to accommodate with your morning work binder. So that's something that I have done for some of my students that need some extra help. But on this page, in addition to writing their first and last name, they're also going to pick out what is your birthday month. So they're gonna go down here and find one that matches. You can also accommodate this again by maybe highlighting what their birthday month is and having them circle it just to make sure that they are learning when their birthday month is. You also have what day, so what day is their birthday. So on mine, I would circle January, and I would circle 19. So then they would go to the next page. This one says, I know my address. And it's got a street name, the city, the state, and the zip code. So I actually have a different form of this on my Teachers Pay Teacher store, and you can change it how you wish, but and I might go ahead and add this template in there as well, just to make sure that everybody has, you know, this one too. But this is a little bit bigger. I noticed my students were really struggling with their addresses this year, just writing it out. And I give them a model on an index card of what their street address looks like so that they can quickly and easily copy it down by using this paper. And this is going to be a lot bigger of an area for them to write than what I had given them in the original morning work binder that I had made previously. This is what month is it now. So they're going to find what month is it. So right now we're on July, so they'd circle July. What day is it? So it's going to be, you know, today's the 1st, so they'll circle the 1st, and what year. So I do 2021. Once it gets a little bit later, you know, once we get to 2023, I'll make sure to update that. Then I have a weather page, and a lot of times I'll have the Weather Channel app up on my screen in my classroom so they can see the temperature and what type of weather it is outside. We don't actually have a window in my classroom, so that tends to help them to kind of understand what the weather is if I have it up on the screen. So it might be sunny and, you know, 75 degrees, so they're gonna write that in there. And then this has today is, you know, Thursday, yesterday was Wednesday, tomorrow will be Friday. So they're gonna circle those. And then I have a sheet that says write your friend's name. And on it, the students are going to write a friend's name that's in the classroom. I will have it modeled up on the board, and throughout the week we will have it on a sentence strip. And then at the end of the week on Friday, that friend is going to come off the board, and we're going to find where their name is going to go on a alphabet word wall chart. So for Eleanor, we're going to make sure to put it under E. And then that way their name is up there for the rest of the year, so that in case a friend wants to write their name on a piece of paper while they're doing a writing task, or if they just want to go up and learn all the students' names, then we can go point to them all and they can do some kind of like functional reading. I have students that learn the kids' names really well that way. So I like this, the friend's name. I also do my own name, my TA's name, my staff's names. I do the principal, vice principal, counselor's names. So we just kind of go through everybody's names throughout the year. Also this year, because I do my classroom is all Harry Potter themed, I'm going to have a Wizard of the Week, which is also going to be who the friend is. And when we do that, I'm also going to have a little area where I'm going to have your friend is so-and-so. I'm going to have them write their own name and then do 2 pictures of that student. One of them just smiling, doing something fun, one of them working. And then underneath, we're going to have our favorites. So favorite pizza, or favorite food would be pizza, favorite color would be green, favorite music would be pop music or whatever it would be. And then as part of learning about some speech skills and how to talk in front of other people, I'm going to have them try to present, hi, my name is Sarah and I really like pizza. My favorite color is green. I really like to go out and watch movies at the theater. My favorite, activity is to be with my family. So anyway, something like that, just so they can get a practice of talking in public. Because when it comes time for them to do any kind of like interviews, or if we want them to learn some job skills like that, then they really need to learn how to talk about themselves in front of somebody else. So this kind of gives them just a quick opportunity to do that. Additionally, I have write the sight word of the week 2 times. So I might have a sight word. If I'm talking about plants, I might have the sight word of plant, or I might have garden or something like that, but it's going to be up there for the entire week. And that is what we're going to put up every day, and then again have it on a word strip, and it's going to go on our word wall after we're done with that week. My next page is a letter of the day. And so I'm going to put up on the board whether the letter of the day is G or whatever. If it's G, they're going to write G. They're going to circle G. They're going to write G 3 times. And then they're going to find an idea of what G might sound like and write a word with that letter. It doesn't have to be a perfect word. It doesn't have to be a real word. It doesn't even have to be spelled the right way or anything like that. I just want them to think about what they think G sounds like and what word they come up with that starts with G. Most of my students do a really great job of this, and they'll shout out when we do it together. They'll say garage or George or whatever starts with G, and I'll write down all their ideas on the board and say, wow, those are some great words that start with G. Did you notice that G has 2 sounds? It has a g sound, like in the word garage, but it also has a j sound, like in the word George. Did you know that it had 2 sounds like that? It says its own name, but then it also says g. And so I'll have those students practice those 2 sounds and learn that the different words have different sounds based on what the G sound is making in that word. So we'll go over that after they do this activity on their own. We'll kind of come together and do a calendar activity talking about a letter of the day. Last one is number of the day. So I'll have, again, a number on the board. It might be 5 or whatever. They'll circle 5, they'll write 5, they'll draw some 5 items, whether it's stars or lines or whatever, and then they'll color 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. And then when they're finished with this entire packet, and usually it doesn't take them that long once we get used to it. They may only get through 2 pages at the beginning of the school year, but then by the end of the school year, they're getting done 6 pages. So all of them. But you can shrink this down, you can make it smaller, bigger, whatever. You can decide that you only want to do it once a week. It's up to you if this is something that you might be interested in. I love having it for morning work every day. I don't want to have to worry about printing off packets or anything like that. I don't like packets. I don't like worksheets. I don't like things that are not helpful for the kids. And so I feel like this is actually helpful. They're learning personal information. They're doing their address. They're learning their friends' names. They're using their motor skills. And you would not believe how many students had better handwriting at the end of the year when they were working on this every single day. And they got better and better and better at doing this activity. And again, like I said, when they are finished with this, what they need to do is they have to go take it to a staff member, myself, my TA, my paras, whatever, and they need to say, I'm done with this, can you check it? So then we'll look through it and try to check it out and make sure it looks good. We might say, you might need to look at your days of the week again and look back up at the board. All of it is modeled on my morning work board, my calendar board. It has all of these things already written on it. So all they have to do for the most part is just copy. So we might have to say, oh, remember that this page we're talking about our birthday, and this page we're talking about the day of the week today. So we might give them a quick clue about, look at the Weather Channel again. I don't think it says it's sunny outside, so we might give them a clue, have them go fix it and bring it back. When it looks pretty good and it looks like they really took their time and took the effort to do it, then I say, okay, now you can go erase it. I use Crayola markers on my laminated papers because they seem to come off really well if we use disinfectant wipes. One, it disinfects, and two, it washes off all the marker for the next day. So we always want to have it prepped for the next day. If you leave marker on there too long, it tends to sit and get yucky, and you have to scrub it off with your fingernails. So my best thing that I can say, laminate it, do some binding at the top with either binder rings, or you can do a binding machine. I have a binding machine, so that's how I do mine. But once it's laminated, use Crayola markers to have the kids fill it out every day. They can use a different color, whatever you choose. And then when they're done, they can go have it checked, have it erased, and then when they're done, they can go do a quiet time activity, a sensory bin or something like that until everybody's finished. Typically, I give them between 8:30 and 9:15. There's staggered arrival times, and some kids eat breakfast and some kids don't. So I give them quite a bit of time to try to get this done. Some kids are done in 10 minutes. Some of them take the entire 45. So I just want to make sure everybody has as much time as they can to get this done. By 9:15, we are starting our calendar activities together. So we go back through and we do, okay, what is today? What was yesterday? What is tomorrow? We go through and find what the temperature is, what it's going to be like that day, put that up on the board. We go back and do our letter of the day. Again, we talk about the sound it makes. They give me their ideas. I write it up on the board. A lot of times they laugh because I'll go through and say all the words really fast in the line. So it's very alliterative and funny. And then we go through the number of the day. We count it out together. I show them what it looks like. I might do a quick little lesson about tally marks. If it's like a 15 or a 20, anything like that. We go over our friend's name, our sight word of the week, why it's the sight word of the week, and then we'll also kind of look at, the major calendar and say what year it is. We'll read the whole date together. So it becomes a really nice opening lesson for the day. Once we're done with all of that, we go ahead, and the kids should have already erased their books because they had it checked out. We go over it all together, and then we go straight into a brain break. We do a cuckoo kangaroo video, and the kids get turns picking it out. And it's just silly and fun, and we dance with the kids. And they get up and they kind of move around a little bit. Any quiet activities need to go back in their bins. And then after that quick 2 or 3 minute little dance, we all sit back down and we're settled and ready for the lesson that we're gonna start at right at 9:30. So this is a really good morning routine, at least for my class it is. My students learn really quickly to be independent at doing their work tasks. Staff are around to help them write their name and write things that they need to. And help them through the book at the beginning of the year. Most of my students are very independent by the end of the year, and students that I've had for multiple years just know immediately how to get in there, get started on their workbook and know exactly what they're doing. So this is just a really great idea. If you're interested in buying my particular file, this does take a lot of work and effort to put together and to get it all figured out, and all the times and days and little numbers everywhere where it needs to go. So it did take a lot of editing. If you're interested in just buying it and having it forever, it is $2 on Teachers Pay Teachers. It's under Sarah McDaniel. That's all you need to look under in order to get it, but I'll also add a link to my description box. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video about what I do for my morning workbook and morning